Welcome you all students. Again I come up with a question from projection of solids. The question is a hexagonal pyramid of 26 mm side of base and 70 mm height rests on HP on one of its base edge such that the triangular face containing the resting edge is perpendicular to both HP and VP. Draw its projections. So this is the given question for us. First of all, try to take all the given data as much possible. So object is a hexagonal pyramid. What about the dimension? Side it is been given as 26 mm. What about the height? Height of the object is given as 70 mm. 70 mm. Okay. Then what about the resting? Rest on HP. Okay. Rest on HP. Okay. How it is resting? With which portion of the base edge? Okay. Base edge. Resting with base edge on HP. This is the condition. And such that the triangular face containing the resting edge is perpendicular to both HP and VP. Okay. The same particular triangular face is being kept perpendicular to HP and VP. For both the planes, it is being kept perpendicular. So there is no inclination, but we have got this special kind of condition, just triangular face perpendicular to HP and VP. So first of all, let me show you the pyramid called hexagonal pyramid. This is a hexagonal pyramid. So for which we are going to get the observation. Okay. Let me show about the position first of all. If I consider this as a ground, that means horizontal plane, and this as a vertical plane, how shall be kept? One of the base edge is a condition, so it must be kept on the right side. Okay. And see that edge containing the triangular face. These are the triangular face for the pyramid. So this is the apex and this is the base. So this triangular face containing the base edge containing this triangular face is being kept perpendicular to horizontal plane and VP. So if I kept the object something like this, this would be the exact position for the given question. The base edge containing the triangular face is kept perpendicular to HP and VP. So this is the position. So we know we need to go with a two stage. One is a simple position, another one is a axis inclination or special kind of conditions. Okay. In the simple position, we always used to take the observation by what? Axis inclination. If the axis is inclined to HP, we will be keeping the simple position axis perpendicular to HP. If the axis is inclined to VP, we will be keeping axis perpendicular to VP in the simple position, right? So here there is no such kind of condition, axis inclination. Okay. So here logically we have to think. If you want to get the final observation, something like this, one of the triangular face which is resting 90 degree to HP and VP, definitely in the first condition it must be taken axis perpendicular to HP. Then only in the second stage it is possible to tilt the object to come and accomplish the condition which I have given in the question. Okay. So here as far as this question is concerned, I am going to take in the simple position axis perpendicular to HP, just keeping the base on HP. Okay, fine. So this is how I am going to take the observation. So take the reference line XY, above it's a VP and below it's a HP as per the first angle projection. Okay. So first stage is a simple position, and the second stage it's a axis inclination or special kind of inclination. So here it's a special condition is given. Okay. So when you are keeping axis perpendicular to HP, from the top view we could able to see the true shape of the object. Okay. in the front view we can see the height of the object. So it's a hexagon. We know how to draw the hexagon, am I right? So if you want to draw the hexagon, first of all you need to take the side with 26 mm. Since the edge is condition, edge should be at the right side, something like this we have to make it. And afterwards, okay, by taking 26 mm in your compass, from the end you need to take an arc, and again from the opposite end you need to take an arc. For what? In order to specify the center. And then by keeping at this particular center, you need to take what? Circle. So when you are having this circle, it passes through the line, something like this. And after having it, from the end have a cut mark, from this end have a cut mark, from this intersection have a cut mark, from this intersection have a cut mark. If you connect those things, you could able to form the hexagon. You could able to form the hexagon. Okay, so this is the procedure we need to follow. So here, in order to get the very good diagram in a rough manner, I am going to construct it. You follow with the same procedure. So it should be at the right, which the edge should be at the right. So I have drawn the edge, and then this is how the object will be. Okay, so I have drawn the hexagon. Okay, hexagon, it's a pyramid. When you are getting the observation from the top, the true shape will be visible. Along with the true shape, all the slant edges are visible. Okay, all the slant edges are visible. So need to specify the apex. You are constructing with the circular method. Automatically, natural manner, you will be getting the center in order to when you are making the hexagon. Okay, so this is the apex O. You need to bring all the slant edge to O. It's a dark line. It's a dark line since it is visible from the top. Okay. If you specify the name for the base, I can take this as A, this as B, C, D, E, and F. F. So this is the top view for the simple position. Go to the front view. So for that, you need to take the projector from each and every corners. So F and A will be in the same projector line, and then B and E will be in the same projector line. Okay, as well the D will be in the same projector line, D and C will be in the same projector line. Okay, something like this. And F axis will be coming something like this, something like this. It as well goes with the projector what? B2, B2O and O2 E projector, it will be coming, right? Fine. What about the axis side, which is 70 mm? So take 70 mm in your compass, keeping at this point, just have a cut mark. Have a cut mark, so that approximately you could able to obtain the height here. Go for the triangular face. Go for the triangular face. Always the boundary will be a visible one. So without confusion, you can make as a dark one. Okay. When you are having a look from the front view, A, B, C will be visible. A, B, C will be visible. These are the dash marks since it is a front view. And D, E, F will be invisible. D lies behind C, so nearby it D dash. E lies behind B, nearby it E dash. F lies behind A, nearby it F dash, inside the bracket, all the visible lines. Okay. So here see the axis is there, as well the visible edge B2O is there, as well the invisible edge E2O dash is there. Which line we should give it? Whether the axis line, dark line or else dashed line. Always the preference goes to what? The visible edge, am I right? So here we need to mark as a dark line. Since we have 3 lines, the preference should be given to the dark line. So here it is a dark line. Fine. What is next? The front view for the simple position got over, right? So go to this second condition, special condition. Go to the second stage. The triangular face perpendicular to HP and VP. The triangular face forward the resting edge containing the triangular face is kept perpendicular. So here is the resting edge CD. So this particular triangular face OCD should be kept perpendicular. OCD should be kept perpendicular. See in the front view, here is the HSAT triangular face OCD. So here in the front view, it gives a just like a straight line. Am I right? So this particular thing should be kept perpendicular to HP and VP. It's a easy work. At anywhere on the HY line, go for a vertical line. Vertical line. Take C dash and D1 dash. And in order to get the HSAT measurement, take the measurement C2O from the previous stage and have a cut mark so that you will get apex O1 dash. Now see the triangular face OCD. OCD is being kept 90 degree to VP as well HP. It is being kept something like this. It is making 90 degree with HP and 90 degree with VP. This is how the projection will be when you are getting from the front view. And then the next aim is to construct all the edges. Am I right? Concentrate with the another end, that means A. So two of the ends been identified there. So other end needs to be determined, right? It is easy. Take the measurement C to A in your compass. By keeping it C, have a cut mark. This is how you will get. From O to A, take the measurement. Keeping it O, have a cut mark. This is how you will get. So now, take the connection O to the cutted point. That means A1 dash to F1 dash. Take a line, okay? As well, that particular A to C. Okay, now just identify the intermediate slant edges by taking the measurement C to B. What is the measurement? Convey it so that you get B1 dash and E1 dash. So this is also a visible one. No need to have any confusion what other things are visible in the previous stage, that will be visible. So make as a dark lines for all the edges. What is next? The final top view. How it can be achieved? By taking the vertical projector and the horizontal projector from the each and every corners of the object. So I am taking the horizontal projector now. From each portions you can make the horizontal projector. So this is how you will get it. Okay. After getting it, go for the mapping work in order to get the trace. So here is the horizontal A projector, here is the vertical one. So this would be A1. B, horizontal and vertical meeting at this particular place, this would be B1. Where is C? Horizontal and vertical meeting at this place. D, here it is. D1 dash, sorry D1, and E, where it is, here it is, am I right? F, horizontal and vertical, which is meeting at this particular place, this would be your F1. What is next? Apex should be identified, right? Apex, what about horizontal, vertical? So this would be your apex O1. After completing the identification of each and every point, go for the the procedure called boundary should be closed. First, you must follow the procedure. Boundary should be closed. Okay. Whenever keeping the object in any position, definitely there will be a boundary. So outermost point should be a dark one. So I am just connecting A to B, A to C, and C to D as well, D to E, E to F, F to A as a dark one. It's a dark one. So now the boundary is been closed. Afterwards, go for the set of the base. When you are keeping the object something like this, when you are getting the observation from the top 90 degree to it, definitely all the base of this pyramid will be visible. Already it is captured in the boundary closed condition. Am I right? It has been captured. Next, concentrate on the slant edges. Slant edge. What are these slant edge here? A to O. A to O. There is a connection. B to O. There is a connection. C to O. D to O. And E to O. and then F2O, there is a connection. Some of the longer edge we have completed. Am I right? Some of the longer edge we have completed. That means C2O we have completed. Then D2O we have completed. Remaining 4 more longer edges should be drawn. When you are keeping the object something like this, triangular face perpendicular to both the HP and BP, look for the longer edges, whether it can be visible. When you are getting the observation, definitely I can say, if you have good imagination, all the longer edges can be seen. So I'm going to connect O to A, F2O, and E to O, and B to O as a dot line. Here comes all the longer edges are visible. Okay. So this is the final top view and this is the final front view. So afterwards you need to specify the measurement. So in the base we need to show the edge measurement, which is given as 30 mm, should be 25 mm. So write like this, 26. And next, what about the height? Height, it is given as 70 mm, specified as 70 mm above the line, dimension line. Any inclination are there? No, there is no inclination. So at last you must capture the note about the dimensions. Here comes, we have taken all the dimensions in a standardized manner in mm. So write all dimensions are in mm. Okay. As well, we can take the note about the scale. There is no change we have done in this particular diagram. So you can write the scale as 1:1. Okay. I hope you understood how to make, when we are having such condition, triangular face perpendicular to both HP and BP, how to take the simple position and how to work and to identify the final front view and final top view. Thank you so much.